version of Who's Next right here on Radio 22 at myradio22.com. Make sure to check out the website. Just got the website revamped. So, man, go check out the website, man. We got all the up-to-date shows on there from, the Ryan Show, FM out of New York, the Nonstop Radio Show out of New York, Radio Super out of Phoenix, Breaking and Entering out of Milwaukee. Of course, the Who's Next is on there. We got our DJs on there. Shout out to DJ Gino. Shout out to DJ Flacco, both out of Milwaukee. Shout out to DJ Stack Trace, right here in the Madison area. We got our podcasts up on there. So for those who don't know, Who's Next has a podcast version as well. So you can check it out on the website, or, it's on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, basically wherever you get your podcast from, you can check that out. You can also check out Nobody Cares. That podcast is up on the website as well. You can get those in the same places, Spotify, Apple, Google, wherever you get your podcasts. So check that out. And if you're tuning into Radio 22 tonight, that'll be on at 10 o'clock. So make sure to look for that. Yeah, man. I mean, you can, any artist looking for radio play, especially, for Who's Next, you can submit your music, directly on the website. You can upload it there. Any DJs looking for, to be able to spin live or to submit mixes to Radio 22, DJs can submit their, mixes there, to be evaluated, and we'll listen, and we'll get back at you and see if we got a spot for any DJs looking to spin on Radio 22 as well. So that's also up on the site. I'm trying to think if I've missed anything else, new quirks with the site. Also, for those people that already may have a podcast or have a radio show that's looking to be syndicated, we do have something you can fill out at myradio22.com that gives us a little bit of insight and information about your radio show or podcast. So if you're looking to do that, to try to join the family, there's a page dedicated for that as well. The last thing I'll share about the website is we do now have an artist spotlight page where we're going to be highlighting up and coming artists on the website. So right on the home page, first thing you see is going to be the artist spotlight. So we'll be changing that out every 2 weeks. So if you're somebody that's looking to be highlighted by Radio 22 for our artist spotlight, make sure to just contact us and send us an email, whatever, and we'll review what you got and send you the requirements of stuff needed if you're accepted. So definitely go check that out. Yo, it's been a long time coming, but it is what it is. It's finally here. So, we got that up and we got that moving. So check out that website. This week, of course, we got the Who's Next tonight. Friday night, there's going to be the social distant cyber cipher. What was I calling it? I was calling it the social distancing cipher, and I got the name mixed up. I don't know how many times, and I hosted it about 2 weeks ago. But the social distant cyber cipher, put on by UCAN, Rob D's Super Friends, and Radio 22. That will be live on Facebook, 7 p.m. this Friday. It'll be posted. There's an event up, so you can either go to the event or go to the UCAN Facebook page. That's where it'll be through Zoom, but it'll be it'll be live streamed to Facebook. So make sure to check that out. It's going to be dope. The first one was hot. People spitting their hottest 16s, people coming off the top, people required to use certain words and things of that sort. So the social distance cyber cipher, that's still a lot to say. will be going on Friday, 7 p.m. So make sure to look for that on Facebook. Saturday, we should be having another industry Saturday. We didn't have one last week. Took off the weekend for, of course, Mother's Day and other things going on and stuff like that weekend. But we should be back at it. So look for that 5 o'clock on Saturday. The flyer should be going up either tomorrow, no later than Friday for that. And I know I've been promising y'all Talk 22, and I've been promising y'all that the formula, the hip hop game show. So those ain't gone away. We still working some kinks out and things with that, but know that that's still happening. That's still going on behind the scenes. It may be pushed out a little farther and whatnot. But what's up, Tato? But we still going to bring you those things. So with Talk 22, I know we still are looking for guests to appear on there for the Talk 22 live stream show that we want to do. That's going to be Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. So, I mean, really, we're just looking for people to come on and be willing to express their opinion. Talk 22 is going to be issues dealing with entertainment, issues dealing with the community and like recent events. So we're still looking for guests to be a part of Talk 22. So if you are interested, please DM us and let us know that you would like to appear and be a guest on Talk 22. It's supposed to be every Tuesday at 8 p.m. So if you're a guest, you're interested, DM us, let us know. Also with the formula, the hip hop game show, we're also working with that. We're going to start this next week, work on our second episode. So we worked out some of the kinks, and for those people who don't know what's going on with that, it's a classic old school hip hop game show. It's done a lot like ESPN's Around the Horn, but instead of asking sports questions and whatnot, we'll be talking about kind of hip hop issues and hip hop opinions, preferably old school hip hop stuff. So that's kind of how we structured this game show. It's like Around the Horn, but it's like a classic hip hop version of it. So we'll be bringing people on. It's going to work in the same way. We got 3 contestants. They're going to accumulate points depending on their arguments. It could be something like, I think on the first one we had who had the better debut album between, I think the list was like Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, DMX, 50 Cent or something like that. So everybody gets to have their own opinions. They choose, which one they think had the best debut album. They give their argument. I assign points. They got 60 seconds to do it, and we kind of keep moving around. So we do 2 rounds. We do a first round, which is open to everybody. The 2 contestants with the most points move on to the second round. Second round is shortened. It's about 30 seconds. But it was fun. The first game show we did was with Rambunctious and Rob D's. So we had a lot of fun with the first go round for the formula, the hip hop game show. But the second one, we're going to tighten up, and it's going to be on. It's going to be dope. So that's what's up. Let's work. I'm in Zoom. Oh no. So I think I got one of many here. Good night. I'm just hitting them up and letting them know I'm in Instagram. We in Instagram, so maybe he'll chime over to Instagram. I think he's in our Zoom from last night when we were running, when we were doing a session for Talk 22 behind the scenes just to try to get things going. So let him know that we there. So hopefully he'll chime over into Instagram. We can get things started. But yeah, man, it's I hope everybody out there is being, healthy, safe. We just trying to kind of take some of our programming and convert it more into a live stream format for more people to be able to access. With everything going on, some people are at work, some people are at home. Some people, everyone's schedule is just crazy right now. So we're trying to make a little bit more content available and ready for people through the live stream, just to try to reach as many people as possible and still keep things going. I mean, you got all the venues and stuff that are, at least for right now, shut down. I know the governor's stay-at-home order was just struck down by the Supreme Court and whatnot. But artists still need platforms. Business people still need platforms. And we should always be in a position to share information and teach and help people learn about the game. And I look at Who's Next as it's an opportunity for artists to talk about what they're doing, but I think it's an opportunity for the the audience to learn about the ins and outs of the game, to learn about what it takes for other artists to learn from artists that are doing this and possibly learn from some of their mistakes and whatnot. So it's I didn't want that to stop just because we ain't at the station 247 able to record and do interviews and whatnot. So for me, I thought it was important that we keep this going. I think we got one of many here. Here we go. Let me see if I can get him. What's up, one of many? For some reason, it's saying you're unable to join. I'm not sure why that is. Let me look at this right quick. Let's see if I click on your profile will allow me to do it in a different way. Oh yeah, let me try this. No, it gave me an error. It says unable to join. Why is that? That's one I've never had before. That's kind of crazy. Let me try and Google that, G. Because that's wild to me. It says I'm unable to add you. I've never seen that before. Unable to add on Instagram Live. Let's see what it tells me. Unless somebody that's watching already knows. Able to add Instagram Live with friend. Yo, it will. If viewer doesn't have the ability to use two-person video instead of their account name, it will read unable to join. Choose your guest from a list of viewers who are able to join. Tap that person and wish to bring them in. Well, that don't solve it. So, okay. I'm going to try and see if we can connect again. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think we got to figure it out now.
We good?
We are. Yeah. What's good, boss?
Man, I'm actually doing one of the many things that I do actually.
One of many doing many things. Yeah. I already know.
You know what I'm saying? So you got perfect timing, man. We're gonna let them in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My nigga Gutter right here. You know.
Hey, what's going on, man?
They know me. They know what's up. I got you on the earpiece too, so we can get loud and clear and close. So they can't
that's
really
what's
hear
up.
you. I got you.
That's what's up. Yeah, I may need to come over there and get cut.
Anytime, bro. Anytime.
Man, you see, I got the hat on. I got the hat on.
It's backwards, bro. I can't see it. Oh, okay. Well, now, come on. I give you a Corona cut. You know what I'm saying? We going digital, so I'm gonna cut it through the phone. You feel me? Like, pretty soon we gonna be there. I'm telling you, we gonna be right there.
Right.
No doubt. Man, like we need to defend it though, man. Like I just want to say thanks again for, like, you know what I'm saying, giving me this opportunity to be on here to address, you know what I'm saying, to get on your platform, because like I just want to like give you some light, you know what I'm saying? Like I know you a little spread it and doing a lot of things. So it's just a credit your team to be able to, you know what I'm saying, do what you're doing right now, bro. Like you, the radio, you know what I'm saying, the team, the podcasting, the studio. It's like you can't overlook Dash right now. You know what I'm saying? The 22 is everywhere.
No,
Double
I
time. You know
appreciate
what I'm
that.
saying? So that's love and respect to your movement too, man. I was just telling my team about it. Like, yeah, I respect what Dash doing right now.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I think we move very similar. You may say I'm spread out, but brother, I know you spread out too.
Man, well, how
You
so?
got your hands in so many things.
Yes, 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 yes. Hey,
So
at the end of the day, yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
here's what I want to do, because I don't think, and it probably included myself, we don't have a full one. We don't have the full knowledge and a full appreciation of everything you got going on. So I want to kind of take people through piece by piece, and really get them, in tune with all the different things you have your hands on. And the first place I want to start, where some people may know you from, is the music. What's
Yep.
what's going on with your music? What should we expect? What's coming up? You got a banger on Who's Next right now? I got a new radio track from you. I saw in the email. So you's not playing. It looks like you're trying to make a push, brother. Let us in on the music tip. What's up?
Yeah, man. That's exactly what we're doing. We're trying to create a music moment for the Less Work movement in the sense of me personally, I've been known more for less work. People see me in the street, they be like, man, less work, what's up? And it's just like,
Right.
that's cool. And that's why I wanted it, but like less work in its own entity is a brand for a local artist. Me being a local artist and the owner of Less Work, of course I'm gonna be the biggest walking billboard for it. So like I had to like take a sacrificial moment to let the brand get built based around, everybody else that I wanted to know that this was for us before we come full-fledged with the music. So the music came kind of like, music was the soundtrack to everything we was doing. But now what I notice is the music has to drive it all. So like we were evaluating going into 2020, we set some goals and, we prioritized, and the music was the main one that we needed to focus on. So, I've been working on this project for a while, man, 101, but it's writing itself, you know what I'm saying? And when you create your first project, you have your whole life basically to create this first project, right? So like we put out projects, Stepping on Toes, Watch Your Toes, Kilo Drop, Liar, you know what I'm saying? So we putting out projects, but like on some personal things, I just feel like this time around it was more so the most important thing for me to do was focus on 1neofmani as an artist and not so much as all the other businesses that we have, because that's what created all these other opportunities was the music. So what I got coming up with that, man, is still planning. You know what I'm saying? Like I think what music is, drop visuals, drop audio, own your ownership of your name, and just keep your people and keep people that's rocking with you excited and comfortable that you still doing music. But I really think it's about your reality, your real life. You know what I'm saying? I think because that's really what's missing from the Less Work camp right now is the lens. Like we just missing that spotlight over there. It's like you legit have to go to our page to tap in and see what we got going on. So I just think more of the lens comes, you know what I'm saying, the content things, and people will really be able to like appreciate what we've been doing for like the last 6-7 years.
Right. And before we move forward, and I want to talk about clothing next, but can you, because we're using Less Work so many times, can you give people that may not be familiar with it that definition? What do you really mean when you say that?
Okay, cool. Kilo over here fucking shit up.
What's up, Kilo?
She could do that. She could do that. Dash said, "What's up, Kilo?" You know, I think you gotta say what's up to Dash. You gotta say what's up to Dash.
I want to take it.
What's good?
Yeah, nah. So like, Less Work, man. I'm glad you asked, because Less Work, we took a negative word like Less Work. When people think of like Less Work, the first thing they think of is doing more something engaging, more entertaining. Like less work, more money. Less work, more vacation. So it's like by any means, if that's why you bought the shirt, more power to you. But that's just not what we meant by it. Like what we mean by Less Work is it's an acronym. Excuse me. It means Let's emphasize self-service with optimistic, resourceful knowledge. Meaning, when you have a group of individuals around you delegated to doing their own tasks, you will in turn do less work. So we wanted to just flip the, you know what I'm saying, the little wordplay on it. And then it looked pretty cool. But when I talk to you on some, you know, me and you type talk, we don't pronounce the T in less work. We just say less work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Love is love. Love. See, she corrected.
That's
She
squad. Your squad on it. So
hey,
as
no,
you
hey,
say that,
first, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I do want to shed a little light on my brothers and my sisters.
yes,
God is the greatest. Kilo still rocking with us. God is the greatest. Hey, for those that know, they know. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam. It is that time, brother. If you waited and if you are blessed enough, you will be rewarded. But it is the time we break our fast right now. Thank you.
that's what's up. That's what's up. So now we've talked about less work. I want to bring it back to music just for a moment. Your camp, and it seems like you've been able to gather a group of people that have bought in to that mentality and to that way of moving and that way of thinking, because the type of music that comes out of your camp is conscious. It's community. It's a true reflection of what's going on. It may be an outdated term. I may call it reality rap. I don't want to pin you guys into saying that you only do reality rap, but it's music that actually speaks to people. Was that intentional to only recruit or bring in people that are in that lane musically?
Man, I just think that part can't be created. You know what I mean? Like, no, to be honest, I really believe that. And Bloodline, like people, like I said, with less work, you know, people may look at, you know, Bloodline and draw their own conclusion. But this means building loyalty on our destination, limits and proper novelty effectively. So that just means when we take our time and do it right the first time, we ain't got to keep going and new things don't pop up out of nowhere.
Right.
And also, Bloodline is a group of all of my brothers and all of my cousins. And I don't say that just because we grew up together. Like their mothers is my auntie, you know what I'm saying? Or my mom, you know what I'm saying? So it's like we sound together, we sound great together because it's chemistry. Like we really was raised together. I was really sleeping on their couches. Like I was really like living with them, you know what I'm saying? So it's to the point where we sitting in them ciphers when we write. I'm like, man, bro, spit yours real quick. Let me hear what you got so far. You know what I'm saying? Let me hear it. So when they spit theirs, you know, they come in like that. So it's like, man, you thinking, do I rewrite mine or do I let them hear mine? Or, you know what I'm saying? So we had that back and forth vibe when we was going. So, you know, whenever we get together on a record, it's just like a family reunion. You know what I'm saying? It's a good time, bro. But yeah, so like Bloodline, it really mean that. We all share the same bloodline.
Right. Family. Things that pop in my mind: family, love, competition.
Yeah, no doubt. No, it do, man. Like, and it's healthy.
Right,
you know and it's healthy. And to double back on what you were saying about like the people that believed and, you know, tapped into our motto, what we trying to do. Like, I want to just shout out to them right now too, because man, like we just released our mask, some less work masks, and we just sold out all the masks 2 days in advance. So I want to thank y'all. The mask coming, we pushing the orders through tonight. Just give us some time. But when y'all do reach our mat, when y'all do the mask do reach you, I need you to take a picture by a blank wall. You know what I mean? A blank white wall, and just send it back to Let's Work. You know what I mean? Social media, Instagram, email, however you want to do it, send it back to us. We're gonna create a social distancing photo shoot. It's all free. It's all on the house. We just want to, you know, be a part of what we're trying to do, and just build some awareness. So protect yourself and others with Let's Work. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. That's what's up. So we got the music component. We dove a little bit into Less Work, Bloodline, but I want you now to shine a little light, like clothing. Like, I don't come across too many cats in the game that is doing what you're doing, and we'll get to the other things. But along with the music, along with just being an entrepreneur,
you've gotten into clothing and gotten into clothing heavy. I mean, you've been branding this for a grip. Your clothing is in stores.
Yeah.
So it's far beyond, yo, I went to old dude and got a few of these joints printed up and I just bring them to the shows. Nah. I'm on, that's basement level. You went far beyond that. Where was the inspiration for that, though? One, and two, is there something else we should be looking forward to from that clothing line? I'm interested. I know everybody else is.
Man, I surprised myself, man. Like, for real. Like, no, but speaking of the store, I just want to, like, you know, shed some light on Serious Clothing, because that is the store that we in right now.
Yeah.
The owner, I call everybody by what they do. You know, people call me Less Work. I call him Serious, because that's how you're gonna look him up. So shout out Serious Clothing right now too, because they the first one that told us yes. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big look. But as far as the clothes, bro, I think anybody that's, especially in entertainment, music, whatever it is you're doing, take away from the business aspect of it being the biggest or the best. This is another revenue stream. Simply put, right. So it's just another revenue stream, but it's a complementing revenue stream when you do music, because it go hand to hand, right? If I'm gonna be an artist making music videos, rap songs, or hip hop, however you want to put it, songs, I'm not finna be rapping about, and no disrespect to these brands, I'm not gonna be rapping about Nike, True Religion, and all these other brands when I know the power of my influence is gonna make people go out and buy that.
Right.
So me coming in, I'm like, well, I might as well be my own brand that I represent with my message, just like these other brands. Because when I wear Nike, I feel comfortable. I feel like I'm sporty. The message, it overlays. So I understand. So I'm like, well, my brand would talk to local niggas that rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, Less Work is designed for local artists. So it's like, when you wear Less Work, if you're a local artist and you don't own a Less Work piece of apparel, I want the mindset to be like, well, you must not be serious about this music thing, right? Or you don't know the power of local. You know what I'm saying? Right? Because, like, think about it. People wait till they get on or they get this certain popularity to go get sponsorship deals and all these other partnerships that they can do right now locally in the cities and the areas they in. Because why? We are the major artists where we live. You know what I'm saying? When we throw our local parties at our events, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Willie Banks, shout out Willie Wright. When they throw their events, we fill the arena. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we selling out the venues of capacity of what we reaching. So it's like, well, we have this demand. You know what I'm saying? So it come with the territory to only own your whole, you know, environment in the sense. So I just think it's just about playing the game from the end, seeing what you want to do at the end, and try to implement it along the way, so you get experience, if nothing else.
It's like, it's almost like you reverse engineered the thinking of artists, where, as you said, I'm gonna wait till I get on and do X, Y, and Z before I want to seriously look at more branding for myself. You're saying, hold up, that ain't got to be the case. You can start that right now and benefit from that, from your artistry, from the things you're doing right now. You ain't got to wait 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however years it may be before you get on.
Yeah, because I'm that's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. But I also believe in adapting to right now. Look at the new business models. It's like, okay, I'm an artist. I would tell myself, yes, I make dope music. Is that enough in 2020? It's not, because when you got these new digital business models, it's like, okay, I like you as an artist, but like, how am I staying engaged? Like, what other outlets are you engaged inside of, outside of music? People want to know, like, really what's going on with you, as like this interview right now is meant to shine light on the situation of Less Work, myself as an artist, Radio Dash. That's exactly how we got to think. In the beginning, during, in the end, we have to always try to just ideal situations. Try to example. We brainstorm weekly. You know what I'm saying? My team, right? Every Thursday we have a meeting. It don't always have to be planned out. You just have to know that we meeting every Thursday. You know what I'm saying? We'll prioritize along the way of what we have to get done. You know what I'm
Word.
saying? But like, if you have the luxury to be able to do that, you know what I'm saying? Still meet, Zoom, whatever it is, take advantage of the plan. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because my advice may be different from somebody else's, because with so many things I do have going on, a lot of sacrifices are being made. So that
Right.
just goes to credit my supporting cash. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 daughters, so their mothers is super, you know what I'm saying, like gripped up. You know what I'm saying? When I'm here doing these things or doing what I gotta do. So like I have to have a super outside support cast. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I do. So it's just like really utilizing your time to not waste time when you know other people out here making them same sacrifices that you make. So if you want to do music, do music. But
Right.
you gotta know music is a business that comes like a retail register. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like you can't just put I can't just give you musical content. I have to basically give you an experience. And that's
Right.
what we're looking forward to doing. You know what I
So
mean? Like
you said a phrase, and during these interviews, there's certain phrases that I hear from people where bells go off. One of those phrases is marketing plans. That I heard, I think in the previous interview, where it's like, someone has a marketing plan, that tells me you're already on another level. What you just said when you said revenue, and then you said not stream, but you said revenue streams.
yeah.
I'm gonna be direct with this next question, but you ain't got to answer this, player. But I'm gonna ask it. Most people ain't thinking in that way as far as multiple revenue streams. How many revenue streams do you guys set up?
Man, that's a good question. That's a good question. And man, and maybe to flaw too, because they not all of your revenue streams will be, you know, fruititious. You know,
But
so
that's how the millionaires and billionaires do it. They have so many revenue streams, knowing that only a few may actually be making them the money. And depending on what happens, sometimes it flux. Like with stuff going on right now with the pandemic, these revenue streams may be shut down, but these ones are still pumping. And that's how people's able to stay on top.
yeah, but I'm gonna answer your question. So we got is established, because you know ideas is a motherfucker. We got
Right.
maybe 4 revenue streams.
So
4 revenue streams.
you over half. The number I keep hearing as the number to get to, yes, sir. Yes, sir. 7. So that means you over halfway there.
Yeah. See, I think mine might be showing backwards too, because I'm in front time. But this is the laws of teamwork.
Laws of teamwork.
Y'all should go get that. I'll keep that close. Y'all should go get that. The 17 indisputable laws of teamwork. You know what I'm saying? That'll line it up, because no one person has gotten anywhere by themselves.
No, not at all.
So even like, cause like how Let's Work is lined up, yeah, that one was on me. That one was on me.
You good.
But like the way Let's Work is lined up is meant to be lined up based around the name, Let's Work Lifestyle. And I just feel like the lighting is bad, so I'm gonna just reposition this one over here.
You wanna rotate it?
Can we just turn this one? Probably smack that one. Let's smack that one, and then smack that one.
That helped out with whatever you dimmed.
Yeah,
it was that over the head lighting. That's
so
better. Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so like I just think how Let's Work is set up. It's set up based around a lifestyle we want to create an experience for. So it's like when you see this could be any one of the revenue streams that we have established. This could be Let's Work Lifestyle, right? Let's Work Lyric,
right?
Let's Work Literature, for the blogs and the content, but we'll talk about that too.
Conversations, we'll get to that.
Yeah, and then it's Let's Work Lens, you know, for the media, photography and stuff like that, right? So these things, so just like the Nike got the swoosh, no matter what you see us doing in our element of our work, you'll just see this logo. You know what I mean? So that's what we've been branding over the past 7 years of how do we condense down to eyeball recognition, so when they see it, they know it's us, without the letters, without the name, without Let's Work Lifestyle, anywhere on it, just the logo. And once we, you know, establish our setting, I think we'll be able to have that footprint as the pioneers of the brand for local artists exclusive. That's it.
like it, the way I love having conversation with you. I always learn something, and you always give me a little bit more insight to what's going on, because it's, for me, sometimes it's hard to trace because you're in so many places. But in my mind, it almost feels like you thinking like Disney. Like
Man,
Disney is like a main brand, but it has all these branches. It has ESPN. It has Marvel. It has all these different things. It has Lucasfilms now. It has all these pieces. It has an amusement park portion. It has all these things, and it's like you've already put into your mind and constructed basically the head, and now you're creating all the branches, all the subcorps.
Yeah. And like I said, maybe to flaw, because it takes time to be great or master one thing. So to
True.
do it, and sporadically, is just to basically how companies that are not social media savvy, they will still create a social media to have that ownership in the space, so can't nobody else use it. So that's
Right.
what I'm doing in a sense with some of our businesses.
Right.
Music is the highest form of all the art I'm a part of. So no matter where you see me a part of, what you see online, it's always going to be connected to a record that we created.
Okay.
That's what's going to always bring us back, because we know what, like I said, it's the highest form of art. So it's going to elevate whatever we got going on. Right. And my goal personally, when I sit down, man, is for you to be able to remove the instrumentals away from the lyrics and just read the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? And,
Right.
and I think that's the way I'm trying to push for, like, if you come after us.
That's what's up. That's what's we getting into it. We getting into the weeds of it today, boy.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I've been waiting for it. Like, and the thing about it is, like, you reached out to me on Monday. You know what I'm saying? And so when you really want something, you really prepare for it. You just waiting on the opportunities. You're already prepared. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The opportunities is gonna come. And I just tell, like, my team all the time, like, when your goals and your heart, you know what I'm saying, are in the line,
Right.
you're gonna be successful. You're gonna be successful.
That's
you know what I'm
what's
saying?
up.
Like, you're not distracted at all. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I'm just gonna align my goals with my real intentions to try to do in this world. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's really to spread what we're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Hey, but check it out. Imagine this, because this is our ideal place. Like, we at the office right now,
Right.
1444 East Washington. You know what I'm saying? We out here. But the whole goal for this office is to convert this into a production house. You know what I'm saying? So I'm using myself as a salesperson, marketing person, a recruiter, whatever it is I got to do to go out and get the talent to bring them in here. You know what I'm saying? So at this time, I want to shout out my boy Marcus Porter. This boy probably recording everybody in the city right now, and it's really official sounds. We have the luxury of having his establishment right down the hallway from us this year. So it's like, now we have in-house, engineer, audio, record, all these things, where it's right down the hallway. You know what I'm saying? So then the next step would be to put the videographer space inside our space as well. Right. So it's like a one-stop shop. Right. But we can't do this without the people, because we're not going to, like, the government. We're not going to create these other little entities and sidetrack money where you give away so much of your information that you kind of lose ownership of your own thing. So what I'm saying is, I'm going to need all our loyal supporters to log on to the website, mkt.com/lesswork. That's LESSWORK. And register yourself for the membership, where you subscribe to donate $1 a day. If it's just $1, it won't hurt you, but it's definitely gonna help us if a lot of people subscribe. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's just for us to do more of what we've been doing. If you know us, you know what we're about. I just think execution is the greatest marketing plan. Get it done. People gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna win. We're gonna win big. But my business model is based off collaborations and partnerships. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about forking the money, like, bro, get this done. Don't get me wrong. Money make people move, and it's gonna make them do a great job.
Right.
But I'm playing for the long term.
Right. Instead of the short.
You got Netflix?
Yeah.
You ever took an Uber?
Yeah, I have.
You got a gym membership?
Nah, I need one though.
Right, right. It's cool, but all that stuff was under $100 collectively.
Yeah.
But
No,
the
you're right.
value, but the value of it is abundant. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's how our business models got to work. Why are engineers, anybody in business, still overcharging their ticket? When you going to watch a movie on Netflix for $10 a month, but you get endless movies. We have
Right.
to see the play and adjust.
Mm.
If you black, you're a small business owner, get you a light budget subscription plan. You need you a subscription. You need
Yeah.
people to sign up. You need to give away more value than you offering in what they signing up for, which is maybe $1, $2,
Right.
$5.
Right.
But you got to use the same models that Netflix use, Planet
Right.
Fitness use.
Yeah.
They making big money, man. Like
Right.
we playing backwards. In the streets, they call it hustling backwards. We hustling backwards. We still trying to get that money up front right now.
Yeah.
When people plan for the next 30 years, we
Right.
gotta be ready for the next 30 years.
So, yo, we've just dived into business models. We've basically we've almost gone into a vision board. I don't even know if everybody listening knows what that is. But let's work.
Hey, sorry, I'm not sorry, but this is my conversation. You know what I'm saying?
This is why I wanted you on, because this is a conversation unlike anything else that I've had. But it gives you insight, regardless of what you do. It could be musical, it could be non-musical, it could be for artists, it could be for producers, it could be for somebody just starting a small business. Because the models work in each case. You've basically given just a diagram of how you should be thinking and the way you should be moving, especially in this day and age, to be successful. That applies to anybody and everybody.
Yeah, so let me ask you something. Like how have you adjusted since Corona?
Well, one of the things that you said about being crazy and doing more things than creating more things to be a part of than you probably should, because I've heard the same thing too. I read my books. I got my audio books. They say, hey, start with one thing and master it. I've been lucky because the business, the Media 22 business, has been three-pronged, working on being four-pronged. So there's a studio production aspect, which of course I'm not taking people in person, but I'm still able to mix and do things like that. There's a DJ aspect, which got completely shut down. Because weddings, I got to see if those are going to be canceled. All the school events and stuff that I DJ for, all those is canceled. So that whole revenue stream dried up. But then I have radio as well. And radio is allowing for advertisement. Radio's allowing for merchandising through Radio 22. Radio's allowing me to, as you said in your conversation, create content, which is really my currency, and still be out in front of people and reaching out to people and providing a word that I love that you say and people don't say enough, value to people. And if I can increase value, you can increase volume, and you can figure out a way to monetize that.
Yeah, no doubt.
So because I've been in three different lanes, I've been able to say, hey, I'm gonna work a little bit more on some production. I've been putting more things through for licensing, sync licensing for movies and things of that sort. I've been able to do more of that, have people send in mixing, and I've really been able to devote a lot more time to the radio aspect of it and reaching out to more podcasts, more radio shows, and really building up the content and the value on the station.
Okay, so with all that being said,
yes, sir.
Not health wise, because I wish you the best, but with all that being said, businessly, will you survive Corona?
Yes, I will.
And so for so many reasons is why I question Corona. But think about it like this too, because this is where I'm going with it. Can we survive in the Corona world, which means basically in a digital world? Everything is going digital. So basically, can we survive in a digital world? That's my question to you.
Oh yeah, there's most definitely. At least for me, it's been a pivot. It's been strengthening other things that I was weak at, and adding different things that I necessarily weren't pursuing before. I think there's always a way out. There's always a pivot. Yo, you get the double team, you may be able to split it off the pivot. Just because you trap don't mean you can't get that ball out to a teammate. So I've just pivoted.
Yeah. And I only asked that because let me wipe my camera because I just feel like it's blurry for whatever reason. We got
You good.
But no, so with that, I just feel like okay, we hear where we're at.
Yep.
Corona world, stay home, hashtag and all that good stuff, right?
Right. But
people are not really like affected to the point where lives are changing for everyone that's breathing.
Right.
Because in a sense, I feel like I got my own views, but this is my take on it.
Yes, sir.
I touched on things like Uber. I touched on things like it's Grubhub.
Yeah.
It's stuff like it's like all these digital outlets were created before this came.
Yep.
Right. And project to get you ready, get you prepared to figure out like, yeah, you can sustain with these things. And these are the necessities that you need if a corona was ever come.
Right.
That's me. Hold on, y'all. I got dig. I thought I turned do not disturb on, but I guess I didn't. But that's exactly what we would really need. You know what I'm saying? Like these business models have made it prior to this current epidemic or pandemic, where it's like, I tell my mentors, because I tell my mentees, because I'm a mentor, I'm like, it's like somebody you went to sleep, woke up, and somebody pushed reset on the world, and everything went digital, right? But we sustain. If you have the luxuries to find these outlets to be able to adapt, they there. It's not always going to be somebody to just give you the game or show you the way. You know what I'm saying? And shameless plug to the game ain't free. But what I'm saying is, but what I'm saying is like, you know, these outlets are here. It's just if your energy is directed in these areas, you're going to find them. You know what I'm saying? But like, I just feel like this was the only way to see if the digital world will really work. We're doing it this way because you can't do nothing but go digital. The other way was you had an option. You know what I'm saying? You can physically go to the club and party and dance. Now it's DJ shows on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So it's like these are the adaptations that people are making, but it's like that comes with hitting the switch like this is where we at right now. Do it now. And then you're gonna see how people adapt. And that's what Corona means to me.
Right,
you know I mean? It's the digital world. We're going digital.
Right. And I know everybody has their feelings of how they feel about, Corona and what it's doing and the things of that sort. Strictly from a business standpoint, and this is just from books and things of that sort. I know the people that are on top find a way when there's some sort of pandemic or something that's going on to actually take their business to the next level. Where you may have businesses fall off, but it's always the same people that's like, yo, they seem to come out brighter, shinier than they did going in.
Yeah, and it's sensitive too and tricky because like I don't want to like be insensitive to the topic to those who on edge of it, but like I'm just like when you have a real plan and you really can like draw off your plan, when something happens, you can look to the part of your plan that's affected and be like, all right, look, we got to make some adjustments right here, but nothing changes. You know what I'm saying? And then that luxury in itself can make you insensitive to somebody with no plan. But whose fault is that? You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm be less unapologetic and more intentional. I made that as a post, but I mean that. You know what I'm saying? And like the highest quality of my speech, like be less apologetic and more intentional. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm just looking to be intentional with my thing. You know, it's like so if Corona came in the beginning, I told the team we're not making masks. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to make it look like we just jumped on this world pandemic thing that everybody just gonna start selling masks. So I'm like, all right, look, if we're gonna sell some masks, we're gonna do it for a limited time. It's gonna be a limited amount, and when they done, they done, and we'll just give them make it to the people that's really rocking with us because we got access to free masks, so it ain't really about the mask. We get you a mask for free. You know what I'm saying? So this just really for the ones that's coming to us. Like y'all gonna make some masks, y'all gonna make some masks. It ain't really about the mask. It's about the
Right.
demand that's being created for the mass. So we just, you know, supplying it.
Right. Right. It's an extension of the lifestyle.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
That's all that it is.
If our people is affected by something going on, we the voice, the brand, the image, everything of what they represent. So
Right.
that's why we did it mass.
That's what's up. Let's bridge into, and we touched on it a little bit, content and your conversation series that you have going on currently.
Yeah.
Which, man, we may have to talk about something with Radio 22 with that conversations with One of Many, but we ain't gonna get into that right now.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Y'all watching it? Y'all hear him? Y'all hear him? That's crazy. That's crazy. He did. No, we gonna talk about it. But no, I'm serious, bro. Like that's where I'm headed. And my biggest thing, bro, I ain't gonna lie, is I respect what you're doing because that's exactly how I see less work. You know, you create this umbrella of a platform to answer your question about conversion. Conversions is exactly that. I want to be able to express the multiple things that I represent in my name, which is one of many. So it's like that's where I'll be able to convert many of people for different reasons on that platform. So it's like, okay, you may know me for poetry. You may
Right.
know me as a mentor. You may know me for a different reason. But this is where I'll convert you to a believer, do you know what I'm saying, of what I really stand for and on that platform. So you may hear music, you may see a blog post, you may see a real blog, a vlog, but it's just all about converting people how I introduce myself to them on that particular platform.
Right.
So that's why I use that. But I just think, man, like, think about it. You got companies like what? TMZ, I think, oh girl, the female Diddy, all these like big blogs, Hip Hop DX.
Yeah.
You got Radio 22. You know what I'm saying? You got all these outlets that complement what the artist is doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like all these outlets are complementing to the art that we created first, right?
Right.
So
Right.
from there, what I'm doing is just creating that, you know, Radio 22 type of umbrella. It's like with me creating a blog and this content and this media here, I'm just doing it before the TMZ could do it and create their own narrative. So I'm having my team push a certain narrative that we trying to get out to the public. But as long as you can control your narrative without you, you know, being in the one in the camera bragging and huffing and puffing about yourself, nobody will believe that. So if you got like outlets and resources to be able to do it, I'll be the one that show other artists that come after, like, okay, this is how you utilize this for less work. You know what I'm saying? Let's work lens, let's work literature, let's work lifestyle. This is everything about our lifestyle. So we just want to be able to control our overall experience of less work.
And the thing that you always hear in marketing, I mean, in music in general, is consistency. And everything that you've put your hands on has been about lifestyle, has been consistent, no matter what the format. The format has changed. Like you said, am I in a mentor role? Is it music? Is it poetry? Is it the mask? Is it the shirt? The thing that I've admired is that you've been consistent and everything has stayed the same throughout the different formats. And the lifestyle and the experience, which you really pushed in the conversation, is what's coming through. And that's what people are looking for. People are looking for an experience, something to grab onto, to be a part of. And you found a way to tap into that, but tap into that in multiple formats. Yep.
Yeah, man, to be honest, I just think when you in a natural element of whatever you're doing, because whoever watching this, if they might not do music, but I just think whatever element that you in, you're going to put yourself around individuals that can elevate it or advance it. So my longevities thus far is accredited to the partnerships that I created, the relationships that I have, like, you know what I mean? Like, cause I can draw my design, but I'm not a graphic designer. You know what I'm saying? So I can't get it to this. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't own the print shop yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we have to build like certain partnerships and relationships to be able to sustain your mindset when you in there writing, where you're not thinking about everything else you got going on. Okay, I'm in writer mode, I'm in artist mode. I don't want to be thinking about the less work apparel drop when I'm trying to get a song done. So like I have ideal. We don't have it all together. I don't want to get on here to make it seem like Let's Work have it all mapped out. We got it all figured out. We really don't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we're great collaborators. You know what I'm saying? Like we reach out to people right now. We don't wait till we get rich or famous to be like, all right, let me use my glow to get this quick yes. Nah, I'm gonna go in right now to figure out what I can do right now to grow with you. So when I grow, you grow, and we all get better deals in the end. Because it ain't about the right now with Let's Work. It's about the end. See the end in the beginning, and you'll put that little upfront cash to the side. Because that's the biggest feat we deal with as local artists. It's all about the bread.
Yeah,
As a black culture in general, I think our biggest obstacle is finances. But in the sense of artistry, like artist to artist, it's like you're gonna pay for this feature, you're gonna pay for this beat, you're gonna pay for this video, you're gonna pay for all these things. And it's like, well, we gotta establish for one, a platform, a foundation first. Right? So you would lose building your platform by telling so many people the same thing. You gotta, like I said, build these relationships.
Right.
Most of the relationships I have right now, in all honesty, and this is really greater for me as a brand ambassador. Most of the relationships we have right now, we do more for them than they do for us. Right? The greatest thing they do for us right now is tell us yes. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not beggars. They're not just waking up waiting for somebody to come in and be like, look at this opportunity we have, right? That's our ideal, our mindset. But the greatest thing they can do is tell us yes, because that gives us confidence, belief that our ideals work. You know what I'm saying? That's the greatest thing they can do. But what we have to do is execute ideals, plans, everything that we tell them. We got to go 10x for them to last this long, for them to be able to say, you know what? If they buy that Let's Work shirt off the internet, I'm going to drop my price on the car. They're going to get free dinner for two. They're going to be able to get 20% off their apparel purchase at my store. Like, you got to have great relationships with people over an amount of time for you to get that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where we at right now. You know, we go hard for everybody we collaborate with. We go super hard, man. But that's another stream of what we want to tap into. You know what I mean? Is using our talents as services for local businesses that can utilize what we're doing for ourselves. Think about all the people I just talked about: the engineer, the person who make the beat, the person who shoot the music video. It's businesses that need your services, not just rappers. So if we so when we create the in-house production house, we'll have all that under one roof. So then when we get done making our record, our project, we need to create this big rollout of an appearance for our mixtape. We have all these other streams of revenue to make that real, where we're not trying to put this record out to make $1 million off the song. We're going to give you something from our heart for real, because we wasn't under pressure to make it. That's why this work is important, and that's why subscriptions are important. That's why we have to go with the Netflix, Planet Fitness models of the world. You got to drop them numbers down. I'm going to say it again. You got to drop them numbers down and play for the long term. Subscription. You get 1 million subscribers to pay you $10, you already won, but you're trying to get $1 million from one person.
From one person. Right, man.
What's up?
That's the best way to break it down. We may have to do a part 2. IG only lets me go for an hour on here, but I want to see if I can squeeze in 2 questions, probably in this next minute and a half. It'll give me a countdown when it's about to clock out. First question. Cool. So there's going to be people that are either viewing this now or may view it later when we post it. What is more, if you're starting out from the beginning, you're listening to this and you want to start creating something like this, what is more important for a person to start with? The partnerships or the mentality of what they want to offer?
Yeah, I think it's the mentality of what you want to offer first, because that determines the value. The partnerships, your mentality is going to determine who you approach for a partnership. You know what I'm saying? Like clowns attract clowns.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you just got a circus. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Second, and I've asked this to everybody. It's giving me about 20 seconds, 25 seconds. What would you tell your younger self? What insight would you give your younger self that you know now?
Write it down or you plan. Write it down or you plan.
That's what's up.
I do want to thank you for this time. Peace and love, man. Real. Love is love, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you after this.